Today I am catering to a tragically underserved portion of this channel's audience, and that is the Degrassi community. So broomheads, this one is for you. Yeah, so I can't believe I haven't done one of these before, but this is going to be me reacting to your unpopular opinions about Degrassi. With very late notice, I asked for this here on YouTube and also on Instagram. So let's go ahead, get started. JT and Liberty never made sense to me. Amen, sister. They had the worst relationship. I don't know. I just didn't feel the chemistry. Okay, and we'll just leave it at that. Agreed. Ellie and Sean should have gotten more storyline. Yes! I liked them. I'm not really like a shipper, but if I was, I could safely say I ship them. I thought they were really cool. I hate that it just burned out so quick because yes, I agree. They should have had more of a storyline. While I'm thinking about this, though, I don't want to forget, I just thought of one of my unpopular opinions here that I would like to interject. I love Spinner and Jane. Is that an unpopular opinion? I feel like it is. The only person Spinner belongs with is Jane. Next, I like Drew and Katie as a couple, but didn't really care that much for Drew and Bianca. I mean, I understand your opinion. I hate Drew, but I preferred him with Bianca. Somehow it fit. But it's a shame that he and Katie never really had a solid foundation. Season's greetings is a lot of fun and important because of the furnace storyline. Are you trolling me? I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Degrassi Minute. I respect your opinion. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. The furnace. Because later we're going to have problems with that furnace. I see what you're saying. TNG threw Raditch under the bus. They made him into a clown. Yes! Why did they do that? And they left him on such a bad note, too. Raditch isn't that much of a fool. Sure, he had his problems in junior high, but we are in the future now, and I would have liked to see some evolution or some sensitivity that had developed in Raditch's character, but they didn't give that to us, did they? Arthur is gray ace. Oh no, I have to Google that. I mean, I know what ace is, but what's gray ace? Okay, gray sexuality. It's a term to describe people who identify as asexual, but don't fit into the main types of asexuality. So, for example, someone who identifies as asexual, but will still have sex for pleasure. Someone who isn't repulsed by sex, but doesn't actively seek it out. Or someone who is completely disinterested in the idea of sex. Arthur is great ace. That's why his Caitlyn dreams were like that. That's an interesting theory. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts in the comments because I just learned what gray ace is. So I feel like I can't say anymore. Thank you guys for keeping me informed and current. Alex wasn't the best person for Paige. She needed to majorly fix herself and took it out. I think you mean, and took it out on Paige. Yeah, Alex definitely had a lot of issues. Their relationship, it frustrated me because like I liked them together. I liked that it somehow worked, but then of course it didn't actually work because they were just fighting all the time. And yeah, Alex needs like, what does she need? Is it like anger management? I don't know. I should ask my husband because he's a therapist now. Spicy one from a friend. Okay. I've given it some thought, and I'm going to share this even though it's terrible. Spicy one from a friend. Jimmy deserved it. Well, friend, I don't agree. Okay, moving on. Craig isn't that cute. Amen. Season 13 is actually pretty good. You know what? I have a confession. Degrassi confessions time. I've only watched season 13 once. Last year I meant to sit down and watch it during Christmas break. I didn't get there. I'd say it's possible. I mean, it's all part of the story, right? So it's all good because it's required viewing. Next, Joey and Tessa made a lot more sense than Joey and Caitlyn. Yes. I liked Joey and Tessa together. I could feel their chemistry. It was palpable. It was real. I liked seeing them have fun together. I don't like Joey. That's my unpopular opinion. But two of them together, I think it worked. I never cared much for Jimmy. I see what you're saying because they didn't really, I mean, he was almost always a side character. They never really fleshed him out. But there are a few little moments where you could really see Jimmy as he's a good guy. Like when it came to his thoughts on Terry and Rick's relationship, when it came to like Marco coming out, there's just a lot of like little moments of just him being a good guy. I didn't hate Degrassi News as a storyline. At least not completely. Okay, again, that's one I've only seen once. It's weird. It almost feels like it wasn't canon. Like it almost feels like it didn't happen. It's too bad that OnlyFans wasn't a thing at that time, because I feel like if they did that plot now, it could have had like an OnlyFans sort of angle, which might have worked a little better. But yeah, I hear you. Ooh, this one's hot. Caitlin is an awful person. Oh, I wish we could talk about some examples. Although, like, she's not the best. I mean, she's not my favorite. I don't really have many feelings towards her either way. Next, y'all better hold on to your hats. Eli and Claire are incredibly toxic and both have treated each other horribly at times. I do not ship Claire ever. And that's because I love Eli and I hate Claire. However, you are right. They've both been really bad to each other. That whole relationship was a big old mess. Next, you took the words right out of my mouth. Ashley is one of the only characters I actually liked from seasons 1 through 4. Yes, this was going to be an unpopular opinion I put in at the end, is that I love Ashley, especially early Ashley. Yeah, so I feel you on that. Casey and Bianca should have given each other a chance. Okay, it's just funny to me because I kind of see Bianca as like a full-grown woman, and I always look at Casey like a child for some reason. And I guess she is older than him, obviously, but their little moments together were fun. So I could see it happening. It's just something I never thought of before. Season 10 era cast over original TNG cast. Don't at me. Season 10. Oh, but that's like Fiona and Holly J and like Claire and Allie, and should I think of some boys? Hold on. Oh yeah, we have Sav, we have Dave, we have Eli, we have, what's his name? Drew. He just doesn't seem like a Drew to me, and I can never remember his name. Oh, we have Anya, we have Connor. Oh, the three tenors. I cannot agree with you there. Next, a vicious unpopular opinion here. Emma is the worst character in Degrassi history. Excuse me, sir. Emma is the whole reason why TNG and all the seasons after happened. I'm just kidding. I love Emma, but I completely understand why people hate her. Next Class is the best series. Which ones did you watch? Stooges was the best band / musical act across all Degrassi incarnations. You might be right. Who's better? Put it in the comments, because oh, I really like the three tenors though. Melanie and Bartholomew were at the last dance together and probably dated. Okay, I could definitely see that, but Bartholomew, he was just like, he was waiting on his growth spurt. He was one of those late bloomers, okay? Once he reached that, I totally could see that. Joey and Caitlin are not a good match. Agreed. Manny is a bad friend. LOL. I would love to hear your elaboration. I'm trying to think of some examples. I mean, she did steal Emma's crush. What are you doing? Stop! Okay, come on. Believe it or not, that was my cat. Okay. I hear you. Manny could be considered a bad friend. Now my cat is wiggling in my tripod. Okay, you have to leave. Get out. Jeez. I tell myself, you can't film with the cats in here, and I still let them in anyway, and then I end up saying, stop filming with the cats in here. Lucy is the catalyst for every negative chain of events for other characters in DJH. I thought of like when Lucy is telling Stephanie like, dress like this, sure, ask boys out, blah blah blah. That could be considered an influence that led to a negative outcome. And then obviously Lucy and Vula. I see what you're saying. I would like an essay on this topic, but I've never thought about that. But Lucy was a little delinquent in junior high, right? She cleaned up her act, but I could definitely see her attitude just kind of having a negative effect on other people's choices. Okay, that's it for your Degrassi unpopular opinions. I hope this was fun. I had fun doing this. I would like to do some more. My 3 that I could think of today are I hate Joey, I love Ashley, and I love Spinner and Jane together. Yeah, so let's have a fight in the comments. Just kidding. Don't take any of this too seriously. I hope you guys can have a sense of humor about all this. Obviously, we're all here because we love the show, and if all of us loved everything about the show, then it wouldn't be as fun now, would it? Thank you, Broomheads, for your patience. I know I have not been focusing on Degrassi videos or even being that active on my Instagram, but thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't seen my Instagram or my website, broomheads.com or @broomheads for Degrassi fashion content. And that's it. See you next time. Bye!